Yes, I'm here with Amy Adams, Best Actress nominee for Big Eyes. A very unusual film. Is it true that when you first read the script you didn't realise it was a true story?
That is true. I had to call and ask if this was in fact a true story, and then went and did my research and found out just that it was like this story that's really hard to believe happened, but it in fact did.
And what was it like meeting Margaret Keane?
It was intimidating. You know, when you're getting ready to play somebody, you want to make sure and be respectful and yet still glean the information from them that you need. But she was so warm and so open and just gave me so much and gave me permission and her blessing, so I was very grateful.
And how well did your research go in terms of your art? Are you now painting wonderful pictures of children with big eyes?
I'll try a sketch of my daughter every now and again, but that's about as far as it goes, yeah.
Now, you seem to keep on being nominated year after year for different movie after different movie.
I get to come back here, which is so fun.
Do you ever get tired of it, or is it still as exciting every single time?
It's really exciting. I'm just glad I get to keep working. So for me, if I'm here, that means like people are still paying attention, and I get to keep working and working with filmmakers that I admire and actors that I love, and I just feel really fortunate.
Amy Adams, thank you so much. No doubt we'll see you here this time next year.
It would be my honor. Thank you.
Lizo, thank you. Amy Adams, I mean, loved in America. She seems to be working constantly. Lorraine, a quick thought about what she was wearing.
She's wearing Stella McCartney, which is brilliant news for us. The thing about Amy is she's not a girl who sits in the front row. She doesn't come to the shows in Europe. She's not often seen in New York Fashion Week. So she's a very serious actress, taken very seriously, but she doesn't engage that much with fashion. So it's interesting to see her wearing Stella. I don't think she's worn Stella before. So.
And Big Eyes, the film for which she is nominated, Mark. I mean, again, another film this year based on a true story, but
Absolutely.
A fascinating one.
It really is. It's one of those cases of, fiction really not being able to be as strange as fact. It's directed by Tim Burton. It's a story of a married couple who became famous for producing these paintings, these big eye paintings. Later on in their career, it turned out that although he had taken all the credit for it, in fact, she was the real artist, and they ended up in court. And when Tim Burton was talking about the film, which has a script by Scott Alexander and Larry Karaszewski, who did things like Ed Wood, which of course was Tim Burton's brilliant biopic before, he said that the moments of that story, which seem the most outlandish, seem the most clearly made up, are factually true. The idea that they genuinely did have to have a paint-off in a courtroom in which the judge basically said, OK, fine, you both do it. And he said, oh, well, I can't, I've hurt my wrist. And I mean, it's an extraordinary true story. I think she brings a real heart and soul to it. Her husband is played by Christoph Waltz in the film, and it has a tone which is not dissimilar to Ed Wood in that there is a comic streak through it, but it's also a sort of tragicomic story. I think it's a story which has a very strong feminist undertow. It is about a woman from a marriage which is absolutely keeping her claustrophobically in check, discovering her own voice, getting credit for her own work, and Amy Adams breathes real life and soul into that.